All right, Black Lives Matter organizing a school week of action for next week. Are you okay with your kids participating? We have the details next. All right, now that the DEI scam, it's being exposed coast to coast, right? In the military, even the Biden administration lists of firsts, and of course in the schools, leftists are now working overtime to rebrand this anti-merit crusade. Denver Public Schools sent a Black Excellence Pledge to teachers that urged educators to, quote, understand white supremacy, white privilege, and the deep harm that whiteness brings to students and team members, whatever that means. Now, the school claims, well, they're no longer using it, but it's out there. Joining me now are the founder and president of Parents Defending Education, Nicole Neily, and Manhattan Institute senior fellow Chris Rufo. Nicole, let's start with you. Are we winning or losing the war against DEI, given this effort to rebrand it as something regarding excellence?
It is an astonishing gaslighting that's taking place. I mean, this is certainly a many-headed hydra, but I think the fact that they're in retreat really shows that people like Chris have really made an impact. Because at the end of the day, it's not that DEI has, oops, we accidentally miscoded Jews and Asians as oppressors when they should be oppressed. It's that our public schools and our tax dollars are being used to code people at all. And so until we really actually put this in the grave, I think we can't give up.
Now, Chris, when they're caught, as they were in this case, like, oh, we no longer use that, right? But next week is Black Lives Matter week in schools, and it's a week of action, and they're actually even selling merchandise, okay? Shirts, sweatshirts, even a journal, all to help promote their demands. And again, brand this agenda as pro-education, excellence, et cetera. So talk about propaganda. They even have their own merch line.
Yeah, and it's really not about excellence. You'll notice that a lot of the language is not about propping up black students, teaching black students the skills they'll need to succeed, but actually it's about scapegoating white students, white educators, white leaders. And we've become so habituated to this anti-white discrimination coming from the education sector that we almost forget how shocking it should be. But if we're merely to switch the names of some of those groups, it'll give you a sense of it. I mean, imagine we're in 20th century Europe and we have teachers pledging to commit, and I'll read with the exact words from Denver School District with the group swapped, a commitment to German excellence that all educators need to deeply understand Jewish supremacy, Jewish privilege, and the deep harm Jewishness brings to students and team members. That is shocking, it's abominable, but it's the exact same terminology with the groups switched that we're seeing in places like Denver Public Schools. Make no mistake about it, this is an awful ideology that judges people on race. It should have no place in our institutions.
It's obscene. And as you were saying, that this Robin DiAngelo, who's one of the more intolerant pro-DEI educators out there, she tells the Denver schools, and this is in their literature, that it is not that if you are racist, but how you are racist. We all perpetuate racist ideologies, policies, and practice in some way, and must work tirelessly in our efforts to be anti-racist. So in other words, yeah, of course, everyone's a racist. It's just a matter of degree.
That's absolutely right. And the simple fact, too, in Denver is that white students make up only about 20% of the student body. And so it's not the case that this is a kind of targeted, scapegoating style rhetoric directed towards the majority. That's not acceptable either, but actually is directed towards a numerical, absolute minority. I think it's disgraceful. It goes under this moniker of anti-racism, but it's nothing of the sort.
It's racist. What they're doing is racist. Nicole and Chris, keep at it. Keep up the great work, and thank you.